What if we had uber wealthy people who used their wealth even just a little bit for the public good instead of solely for themselves? We're going to create a fictional city where that's true, for one rich guy at least. This is the story of Brookbury. This is a new series. I'm so excited. Let's get some new series hype down in the comments. Let me know how excited you are for this. And let's talk about the series real quick. The idea that we're doing, the background story that we're starting with, is that a rich guy, the richest guy in the world, named Nole Skum, the opposite of a certain other richest guy in the world in real life, has come in here, and he loves trains and he wants to do good. He has this money and he wants to further society. And so he is partnering with the government. But first, he bought up about 25% of the land in here. That's about 20,000 acres. We are located kind of in the Massachusetts area. And so that's about $11,000 per acre, but he quadrupled the price to ensure that he could get the land. So he spent about $880 million on land for this project. And then he approached the government and said, I will pay you, or I will pay $44 billion in order to develop high-speed rail. And the high-speed rail line that he wants to do is going to connect various parts of the world that we've already built. So we're going to have, hopefully I put a map on the screen now, but it will connect Havenbury, then Wareham and Kingsport as well. And it will have a line that goes out and eventually reaches St. Clair. Then also, I mean, we're located that in real life, it probably would connect to New York and Boston as well. But that is what we want to do. And he said that for my $44 billion, it has to come together and form, or come into this area that I have bought up land in and kind of have a hub here. So what we're going to do is I've worked on with planning roads, which are an asset on the workshop that you can use to build roads that are not functional, but they don't cost any money and they don't cost anything to maintain. So you can use them for planning stuff. And I've gone in here, and actually we don't need this one here. That was just to see other stuff. But we're going to have a high-speed rail station here. And then we'll have a regional rail station here, which is going to connect to multiple towns in the area. And hopefully I have another map on the screen now that is showing the region, the very, very rough plan for what we're going to do. We have the blue lines, which are going to be the high-speed rail lines. Then the red lines are going to be regional rail lines, which I've already changed the layout of them a little bit. But the yellow circles are going to be the spots where Nole Skum has bought up land, and he's going to build transit-oriented settlements in those spots. And then he's going to connect them with the regional rail to this high-speed rail network. And it's his vision for what the world could be like if we focused on this. So that is Nole. He has then also created the Brookbury Nature Conservation Group, which is a foundation that he created with $5 billion, and they will be seeking to buy up land outside of where he's bought it and preserving it for nature. So the idea is that this land here was relatively rural, and I don't know how he found that rural land of this magnitude in Massachusetts, but we're going to suspend reality a tiny bit for that. But then he wanted to make sure that he kept that feel at least a little bit, so he created this foundation to be buying up land to preserve it. And then, that is the main backstory. We're going to, the concept for this series is also going to be that we are going to be 24 episodes. That's as far as we're going to go. And in those 24 episodes, we are going to be building, and we're going to have a main plot in each episode and a subplot. The main plot I will be coming up with pretty much following along with just the general idea of building the series or building the city and stuff like that. The subplot will be driven by you. And what I want you to do is leave comments down below with stories you want to be part of the backstory of this region. I'm compiling them all on a World Anvil page, which you can find the link in the pinned comment down below. And that is where I'm going to put the stories that you come up with and organize them in a way that is going to be really cool. And I've already started that a little bit. You can check that out. But let's go ahead and get building. Today, we're going to start in this area. And today's main input that I need you to give me is I need a name for this town that is going to be in the center. And keep in mind that all of the circles, all the yellow circles on that map I showed a little bit ago are going to be collectively known as Brookbury. They're going to be organized as a single city. So what we're doing is naming the different districts or the like sub towns, I guess. I don't know the language I want to use there, but we're going to name those areas, but they're all part of Brookbury. And the first one we're going to work on, like I said, is in here, is the central location. In this one, we're going to be really focusing on a centralized government area. We'll have a little bit of that, and then we'll go from there. So what we want to do is come down in here. Let's talk about mods really quick. So the mods that I have, 81 tiles, I've unlocked everything for tile purposes, the whole map, so that we can build everywhere we want. Other than that, we're going to follow the milestones, and we'll have money as well, because Skum wants to make sure that what he's building is sustainable, and so there is money involved, and there has to be a balanced budget. Other than that, the other main ones that you need to pay attention to that we are using that kind of change the simulation a little bit are Life Cycle Rebalance Revisited. We're using Realistic Population, and then we also have, I guess that's about it for the main gameplay simulation changers. The rest of them are pretty much detailing or just graphics changes and intersection and traffic management and stuff like that. So that is what we're doing. But in this area, what I want to do is, so this is the regional rail coming through, and we need to make it look a little bit better. I just threw it in real quick. This rail here is the cargo. Skum was not able to buy the cargo line, so we have to work with that. But I do want, over in here, what we're going to do is we're going to get a train station in here. And first, autosave, coffee time. So during that autosave, it occurred to me that I forgot to tell you the key to coming up with a name here. One, I have to agree that it's a good idea, but in a couple of days, I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at the comments and see which comment has the most upvotes, and then I'm going to go with that. So you get to make your suggestion, and then other people get to vote on it, and we'll go from there. Right now I have in Find It, here, let me show you that really quick. In Find It, you can go in and you can set things to unlock all. We're going to do that just for a little bit, but we're going to have that. We're not actually going to build anything that is unlocked from that yet. We're going to just use this for planning purposes. So in this area, we're going to have a train station, and I want this train station to go here. It has to be 2 tracks wide, and I've widened it like this so that we can kind of plan that out. But what I want then is we're going to go into, I guess we can do it this way. Get a road here, and I want it to be about here, I think. Just want to make sure that we're kind of in the right spot now. Yeah, we can work with that. Okay, so then this road will come down here. And it's going to come out this way and create a plaza here so that we can have the train station, and then we'll have a civic plaza there, or like area that people can gather and stuff like that. I do want to come in here, and we're going to quickly remove the trees. I don't know, my force brush is not working right. That is strange. It should be working. Okay, well, I guess we'll remove them with Move It and hope that that is just a temporary thing. But let's go in here, and we're going to, this is the area that we're going to be working, but only on this side of the train track, so we're going to get these out. Okay, that cleaned up the area a little bit here. And what I want then is that we're going to bring a road out, say here. Actually, let's go in here, and the next thing I want is the 4-lane planning road. This road is going to come pretty much, actually we'll curve it this way. And what I want for the planning, or for the outside road, we're going to have like a road on the outside of every little settlement. And that is going to be where we filter the cars. So we're actually not going to have many bridges over the rail, because I don't want cars driving through. I want them to only use the roads for like the cars if they're leaving the map. I want to feed everything into the transit so that they are using the public transit for whatever they want to do. So what I want here is we'll bring this along like this. Then we'll bring this down. And that'll curve around this way. Then here we're going to, what am I going to do with this road? Or this rail? I think I want to, actually we could, I'm going to keep that all at the same height. Let's do that first of all. Good, that went down. That is what we want. Then we're going to slope from here to here. Yeah, okay. Then from there, it's going to be a tunnel. So this is going to come in here and become a tunnel. And go off that way, and then eventually join that other stuff. But we are now going to be able to build this planning road over that. And I want it to come up the hill here. I don't want it all the way on the top of the hill. Or, you know, let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's follow the rail until about here, and then we're going to go up the hill on this side and just kind of go along that way. By the way, the map that we're using is called Weber's Falls. It is on the workshop. It is technically using terrain from Oklahoma. So we're kind of suspending reality a little bit there too by making it seem like this is Massachusetts, or pretending that it is. And the terrain is definitely not like what is in Massachusetts. But we are doing what we can here. Okay, so that goes up this way, and then we're going to bring this along here. Yeah, we're going to have plenty of space here to work with. I do want to leave this hill here because we're going to use that for a wind farm. And then this is going to come down and eventually go over here. Now, one thing I want to do is we're going to sink this highway eventually. We obviously can't do that yet because we don't have highways unlocked, but we're going to sink that and then make it a tunnel through here so that the actual pathway between the city and the river is clear. And we're going to do the same thing with this road. We're going to bring this over, and then around here, going to curve And then this is going to go underground here and eventually join that. So we'll leave that out for now. That's our main road going around. Then the inside roads that we want to do, and we're just going to build some for now. And in fact, we can actually build real roads. We're going to keep this cheap though and make them dirt roads for now. They're going to come in here and go ahead and have that go like that. And I want this area to be for the government stuff. So what I want here is the courthouse is one of the biggest ones. So we're going to use that to kind of see where we need to go, which is about there. About there, perhaps? Nope, a little bit over. There. So the courthouse will fit in there, and we'll be able to build other civic buildings in this spot in general. But autosave, coffee time. And we'll bring this road down here. And then let's take this out. So we have that reserved for government. We have this reserved for plaza. And then over here, we can build some stuff. I want this to be residential, or actually this can be a mix. Over on this side, we're going to have a mix of commercial and a little bit of industry of some sort, which probably should get that planned soon as well. So what we want is we'll bring this in. Although if we're going to sync the highway, it's not going to matter. That can still be a mix of things, of office, residential, and commercial. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started over here. What we are going to do, and I want this road to come along the rail up like this. What we're going to do is we're going to be plopping a lot of things so that we have control over what we're building. This one is going to come in here and curve to there. Yeah, and then bring this out like that. But in general, what I'm trying to do is I want, like I said, all of the traffic to be filtered out to this wider road if it is leaving the area. Otherwise, I want it to lead into the train station so that we have everybody wanting to use the train station. There we go. So that should be our start over there. Now, anytime that you are starting a city, you of course need to have your basics, and that is true for us too. We're going to go in, and now that we have a lot of this planned, we're going to go to find it and lock everything again. So now the only things we have available are the wind turbine and the coal power plant, and then ones I have from the workshop. But we want to try to keep things green as well. So we're going to have a wind farm up here. Get one turbine started. Then we're going to put a water tower up here as well, because it made sense to be up there. And then we're going to build a temporary, very temporary water treatment plant. And we're going to put that over in here to bring this road further out this way. We'll get water treatment in here. And then if we have to do any dirty industry, we'll squeeze it in here temporarily as well. Let's get some pipes here. I do want to, oh, you know what? I think we need to actually build some of this road now. And eventually we are going to use the big urban roads pack from the workshop. But for now, we're just going to use the vanilla roads. Okay, so that should work. That gets us to the area that we have built so far. And we want to bring this in. We really just want to make sure that we get to that first milestone. So we're only going to put the water where it is necessary for now. That will work. we do need to bring it over here too, so we're going to bring the water along our road, and we'll just bring it this way. So that should all be connected, and then we need to get power down there. We're going to bring this power line down by the highway for now. And this needs to go over here, as well as over there. We'll do that for now. Okay, so what we want then is we want to get some residential in. We're going to do high density, but I'm going to put a filter in here. Going to be smaller than 100 feet. Actually, what I want here, we're going to remove that and just do low rise. These are really cool buildings. So we're going to start with this. Or which one was that? Maybe one of these ones. A bigger one. We'll get that there. That's going to be our first one. And with realistic population, that's going to have 84 households in there. So let's go ahead and unpause here. We're going to get people moving in right away. And while we're at it here, we're going to search for other options here. We can get industry, and we're going to get some in here. What I want is just kind of a temporary thing, like maybe a factory of some sort, or warehouse. We get one of these old factory type designs here. And I want that over in here. Well, it shouldn't produce dirty industries, so we should be able to put it in here. For now, at least. That will provide them with jobs. It has 194 workers, so that will be pretty good. And like I said, it should not be producing dirty pollution. Yeah, so that should be fine. Then we should have people moving in. Let's go ahead and speed this up. So now that we have people moving in, one of the first residents is actually a lot of the first residents are employees of Scum, and they're part of they're employed for part of the project. And one of them is somebody named Leah Barker, and she has been elected as the first mayor of Brookbury. And she's going to have a term which is going to coincide with the number of episodes we have. So we're going to have 4 episodes for her term. And you, as citizens of Brookbury, are going to be able to vote in the next election, which will be after episode 3. I'll have a community poll. You can go in and then you'll vote. You can also maybe nominate people who might be trying to run. And that is one thing to do. Or another fun part of this project is going to be coming up with that storyline as well. Of who's running, what parties we have, and stuff like that. Speaking of parties, the subplot today is that there are other individuals as well. First of all, we have Robert Wells, who owns a cabin in the woods. Let's go find his cabin. Or let's go build his cabin, I should say. Let's say that he's up here. I mean, we've already got a road here, so it made sense that we can build his thing. Where does this go? This goes up here to Lookout Point. Let's say that Wells has a home, and we don't have money to build this, so I don't want to do this yet. Man, where are all the people? How come they have not moved in yet? Okay, so I had to reset, and I'm not really sure why, but now we have somebody moving in. The first person coming in here is Katie Blake. In case anybody really wanted to know, there you go. The name of the first person coming in. We need to get more homes, and what we're going to do is copy paste. Okay, well, hopefully I got that cough out of the recording, but if I didn't, then I apologize for that little cough there. But Yeah, I've been sick a little bit. That's why we've not had many videos lately. But I am doing well. I just have this lingering cough. So that is what we're doing. Now, these are going to cost us money to build, apparently. Yeah, I wonder if there's any that don't cost anything. Can we look by cost? Nope. Okay, well then. Some of them here. Low-rise condo middle. We can get some of these in. Put these ones further out. And then we can get a little bit of variety here. I think if we get maybe one more of these, we'll be able to get enough people coming in. But we definitely need to get to that milestone, or at least get in the green, so that we can do stuff. I did lower the budget so that we are not paying for power and water that we're not using. Got people working here. They are going to be primarily uneducated, which is good. Although we do have these people that are moving in are well educated. So that is interesting as well. Hopefully they will work at these places. We do need commercial as well. And now we're making good progress. Because now we have, what I want now is MCW. We're in the green, so we should be making some money here. We'll get this a retail building in here. Give us a little bit of retail and more workers there. Lots of people moving in here. Oh, these are level 4 buildings over there. Bummer. People are not going to want to stay there. But the other thing, let's go in here and we are going to adjust our traffic light here. Don't need a traffic light there, or here, or here. Bring that all the way down like that so that we can have traffic flowing really well. And now that we're making money again, let's get back to talking about, what's his name? Robert Wells. So Wells is going to live out here in the woods. And I think what we'll do is we'll give him a cabin. $10. We have to spend $10 to build that richest cabin. Log house. $0 to build that. But it does have to be roadside, and that... Okay, so we're going to have to build a road. Let's do this. We'll do a planning road because they're free. And eventually we'll change it to a dirt road. This comes out here, and then we can get our log cabin for Robert Wells. So he lives out there. Doesn't have power or water. That'll be fine. Well, actually, let's give him some. We have block services. We can do this sort of thing. Although we don't have a ton of them, actually. And we don't have power. Okay. Well, he will have to wait until we have money to give him power and water. I don't want to give him too much, though. He definitely needs a dirt road. But anyway, so he owns a cabin in the woods. He has lived here his entire life, and he resents the things that Scum is doing here. So he has formed a group called NIMBY. NIMBY stands for Not in My Backyard. An activist group actively opposed to changes in the area. They're going to wreak havoc. You can help me figure out how that's going to happen. Then we also have Zeph Jebos, Scum's arch nemesis, and another very, very wealthy guy. He is more of the traditional wealthy person, and he's just out there to try to make money for himself. So he is buying up land and trying to speculate, knowing that, okay, well, right now the acreage is $11,000 per acre. And the value of land in Manhattan is $27 million. So there should be a lot of room for speculating for growth there. So that is what he's doing. And then we have a company, an evil corporation called Smokefield Industries. They're a fossil fuel company that has been buying up locally owned industries, because now they see a big opportunity that there's going to be a lot of labor here. There's a lot of resources available, and they want to exploit them. So that is what we're doing. Looks like we need to copy another one of these. So let's get one more in here. And that should give us enough people that we will get to that first milestone. We'll get a nice little boost and have to build a landfill, but then we will be fine. So let's go ahead and get a landfill in here. We're going to put that over there in our planned area. And now we have a bit more money that we can go and get some more buildings going. This is abandoned already. Let's reset that. Is that a higher level 2? Level 2, okay. Let's go at, well, no, let's not do clinic because we don't really, oh, I suppose we could. Just, I don't want to spend the money on it because we don't really have much money to spend here. Let's go back in here, MCW. Global and Regrowth. So MCW is from the, from Content Creator Pack here. This is level 1. Squeeze this one in over here. And that, again, should help fulfill our commerce. And now we have another autosave coffee time. Okay, so now we are back. And we should be making progress here. How many do we need to get to? We need to get to 1,000 for the next level. So we're going to need more residential. Let's go back in here to low rise. And we will get some more buildings. Oh, no, that's not what I want. We want modern. Oh, no, we don't want, okay. We do want this. Low rise. And that'll be level 1, which will be really good. Let's go ahead and get some of these out this way. These are closer to the railroad track, so we're going to have them be level 1. And I think we can have them right along. They won't want to use that doorway there, but we'll get them more people, or like get some more people out here. We need to jump the power though. So let's go ahead and get something else in. There we go. So that jumped the power. That should give us a lot more households out here. And yeah, we're getting close to 1,000 now. These were level 3 or 4, I think. No, I mean, these are 3, so these must have been level 4. That's why they got abandoned. This one is working now. We have plenty of people, but low land value because it's a level 2. Oh, look at that. We are a worthy village. Level, the next milestone. So here we get emergency services. We're going to go ahead and get those in. We get industry specialization, but not the industry areas yet. So we're not going to do anything with that yet. We do want our emergency services, though. And what I want to do... I said we weren't going to have too many bridges over here, but we will have one bridge. Well, I don't want to end up filtering a whole bunch of traffic through there. So what we'll do is we'll have a police and fire station over here. Where's the one I want? Oh, that's healthcare. Okay. We want this. We're going to put this here. And we'll get a police station there too. So we have those services to provide. We can speed up here. We have, actually, that we need another industry building. Very good. Industry. Okay, so we can get another one of these, and I guess we'll get another old brick warehouse. Gives people jobs and helps them move in. We need another windmill as well, which we don't currently have the money for. This is bad. Okay, everybody stay. You have enough power. If you're patient, we will get you the power to continue to survive here. I swear we have power. We're going to get this for you. Yeah, I mean, we're very, very close. Okay, well, they're mad, so we're gonna speed this up by turning off the police station. Make them even more mad, but save us some money so that we can get our power in. There we go. Power plant. There, we should have much more power. Oh, you know what? We have that. I could have done that in the budget because I lowered the power on the budget. This is why I don't usually mess with the budget, guys. Okay, but now we have that, and we are working towards 1600 is the next one we want to get to. And we're slowly building this out. We need more jobs, it would seem. Let's take a look here. Employment percentage. Yeah, we have a lot of unemployment. So we're going to get, I guess we'll go with, well, yeah, we'll get another factory in. Another big one here. 21,000 build that? 24, man. Those are expensive. Is there anything that we can build that is cheap? 0. Here, oh, this is really tiny. Probably going to be dirty. And actually, this is dirty. This did not stay unpolluted the way that I wanted it to. Okay, we're gonna move it. Thank you, move it. And we're going to connect power. Actually, connect power this way. Move it again. There we go. Okay, so now we have expanded a little bit. We have, here, we're going to copy this as well. We'll get another one built out here. I really don't want the dirty industry, but we are going to have to do it anyway. Eventually we'll get industry areas where we'll have we'll have offices and stuff like that. And actually, we could probably get an office now. See what options we have for an okay looking office. This one isn't too bad. I do want to turn it though. Like that. Okay, and then let's go in and first of all, we need to upgrade Mr. Wells' road and make it so that he can live out here. We're going to give him one of these signs, I guess. Oh no, what we can do is we can do a rural line. It comes down this way. And that doesn't have power, but probably could. All of these are going to cost us money. But there probably would be a power generating thing out here. So we'll go ahead and put a generator here. And eat the cost. No, we're not going to do that. Even a substation is expensive. But I don't think he would have a green. I think we're just going to do this. There. He has power. And for water, we will give him a pipe as well. That's going to be expensive. Yeah, I don't want to give him water. Okay, we'll just pretend that he's up there. Spent some money on that. Now, you are sick. And there isn't much we can do about that. I guess we could. We have the budget now that we can add this in here. Trouble is that none of these are very dense. Suppose we could fit this in over here. Here, let's put this in here. A clinic there. Yeah, that will work. Let's check our daylight here. One thing that is with Ultimate Eye Candy is that as time goes, it slowly goes backwards if you have the time stopped or slowed. So I have it trying to go forwards a little bit to kind of minimize that, but it is an issue. In the meantime, oh, there was the autosave coffee time, but What we're going to do is we're going to upgrade these roads now. Although then we're going to have to upgrade them again because we don't get these until 5,500. Okay, so at 5,500 we'll upgrade the roads. In the meantime, now we need to get more people. Unemployment is going down, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more roads back in here and expand our industry, I guess. Although, no, I think I want to expand our offices. And I like that we're getting a nice little mix of things in here. That is kind of a bigger space, so we'll save this. Yeah, that fits right in there. That'll be another, what, 50 jobs? 130. Oh, that'll be nice. Wonder why we have 130 in this one, but only 24 in this one. Oh, that's commercial. Okay. Alright, back to residential. Let's get a couple of these in here. And that doesn't fit there, but that doesn't either. Put this over here. I don't really care for the shape of any of the ones that would fit in here, so I'll just leave that open and we'll go ahead and pave this. Eventually we'll have paved roads that don't make it look like we have concrete where the people walk and nothing where the roads go. This building doesn't really fit here. That's the problem. We need something else in that space. Or we need to move this over like that. Clip the second one in. There we go. So they can have a little bit of something out here, like a cafe. Here. That adds just a little bit of something in that space, and I like that. Then we are continuing to grow here. What's the next milestone? 1,600. We're gonna get that pretty soon here. You are mad because you don't have enough workers. And too few services because you're level 2. Where are we at with unemployment? That has gotten worse again. So you should have plenty of workers there. What happened here? Oh, we have power issues again. Alright, I'm putting these back to 100%. We're pretty much 100%. Not going to bother to get them perfect. That gives us power out there and gets everything operational again. And we get at 1,600, we get landscaping and parts. So we'll be able to get our plaza in here, which will be very, very good. I'm excited about that. I think this is going to work out well. These guys are okay along here. I think we need more jobs. Let's go with another commercial building. And another office in here. Yeah, that would be good. Gives us a little bit more, and then I think we will be, that should get us up to 1,600. Well, actually, we need more of these things in here. Which I want to figure out what building that is. That's the network picker. I don't have a picker. Okay, so we're just going to do that. We're going to come here to low-rise apartments, or like apartment buildings here. Here it is. Whoa, no. Those are way bigger than the one we had there. Oh, and we run out of space here pretty quick. I guess we can't squeeze more in there of that type. We can get one over here, though. There we go. And tiny town, there we go. We have reached another milestone. We get industry areas, which will be good. We'll get some of those in the next episode. as part of the main plot. But we do want to go in here now that we have money. We want to get some parts in. So what I want in this space is we're going to do sunken plazas, which I don't really know where I find them, but I remember that I did them when I tested this. Here we go. Okay, so we'll get one there, and then I want another road coming through here, like that, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. And then on the center here, we're going to get a monument, like a weird statue, just to have a statue there. We're going to pave the whole thing there, and then we're going to get cafes. Just make this feel like a nice little spot to go. There we go. So it just adds a little bit of the ambience of a civic area where they can kind of gather, they can be there, and it'll look really nice once we get the train station in as well. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, please hit that like button to help it spread a bit further. It really helps grow the channel and helps the YouTube recommendation system push it out to more people. Now, the other thing that we get at 1600 is districts. So we can go in here and we can officially start marking off land that Skum has bought. We're going to say that Skum bought out this way, and then out to the river, and then to that road. Maybe actually a little bit more, because he had to buy for the windmill property too. But he did not buy this rail line because they would not sell to him. So we'll come down that way, and this is going to be our central town, which you are going to be naming, remember? Put your suggestions in the comments. Vote for the one that you like the most by hitting that like button on the comment. Okay, now, that is his land. One thing I'm going to do with the areas is I'm going to put an asterisk before names of things that Skum owns. Then over here, we're going to have our one guy. What's his name? Wells, I think. Robert Wells, yeah. He owns land out here. We're going to say that he owns like all of this, and then up on the hill a little bit each side. Yeah, that's probably good. Let's say like a straight line that way. And this will be the Wells home. Here, actually, Robert. There, and that one is going to have, I don't think we can do it yet, but eventually we're going to have like Old Town policy, so nobody drives through it. I do feel bad that he doesn't have any water, though. I think we can afford to give it to him now. And his dinky little, what's the word? Log cabin. And then let's just bring this along here. Okay, so now we've got that. Robert Wells' home there. Then we're going to mark the other spots that Skum has bought. So we have our big area here. This one is going to be a bigger one because he wanted to make sure that he had plenty of land to build the hub. We'll eventually get different names for these too. In fact, I'm just going to change them two different letters. Call it parcel B. This one is parcel A because we're going to do that first. Oops. But we will not be going in order by alphabetical. I'm just kind of going off of the letters to make it easier for myself here. I'm looking at the map. Okay, so now this is going to be over in here. Come out to about there. Okay, so I actually think I combined these in the wrong spot. These are going to, well, they could go there. They could come together for a little bit, and maybe he eventually buys that or something. But that is that. Now, what do we have? We have issues with abandonment. Let's go ahead and reset these. We have more services now than we had when they were built. There's a level 4 though, so that one's probably gonna have trouble. This one might be okay. We'll get more people in here in just a minute as well. Yeah, I think that land value is going to be way too low. I just took a look here real quick, and we are a bit low in terms of that 4-star or for level 4 stuff. So we're going to just keep going with what we can do, and we do have more money. So we're going to come in here, and we'll go ahead to ploppable stuff. We'll get this, and then we get a few of these low-rise condos in here. That one can go there. This one will fit here as well. We could fit something else. Oh, another one of these. Sure, why not? I get another 62 in each of these. And then we'll go ahead and pave the rest of that. In fact, we can pretty much pave all of this. And I was thinking about roads. So one thing I do is I record in 2 separate segments, a day apart. And overnight I was thinking about roads, and inside his area, in Skum's towns and stuff like that, we don't have to stick to the US roads, the standard roads. He can have whatever type of road he wants. So we're going to take a look at those roads in just a minute. But first, autosave coffee time. Okay, so we'll get this painted in, and then we'll take a look at some of these roads that we have available. And I know I'm putting a lot of concrete in when he wants to have a green area, or like a green city. But we'll get a lot of planters and stuff like that to kind of break this up a little bit at least. And then, of course, he's going to have a lot of land around the area that is owned by the nature reserve. So, okay, now we want to go into roads. Let's take a look at what we have that might be good for our city. Don't have too many options yet, but we don't want to have very much parking on our roads. So I'm thinking we do some of these 2-lane roads with a median. Yeah, I mean, that might be a little bit better. Be even better if we could do this, but I have vanilla tree remover. Oh, I wonder if we go in. Okay, so those are that, and then if we change it to a different tree, will that work? No, it still removes the tree. Even if it's a custom one here, let's grab a custom one. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to do the grass one, and then we should be able to go in and add our own trees. So, okay, now there's no parking in the city center. I feel like we probably should add parking garage. So people who live here will still need to have a car because, or at least sometimes they'll need to have a car. Is that just the nature of living in America? Especially, you need to have a car somewhere. But if we put a parking garage outside of the city, not enough money. $50,000 for that? Okay, well, eventually, yeah. We put a car outside the city, then we'll be able to do that. And in the meantime, they can park on that road. That works just fine. Okay, let's speed this up. Well, no, let's finish our surface painting a little bit here. Okay, so I like how that looks. I want to add a little bit more in here, and we're going to, now that we're getting really close to the center, I want to get a little bit taller. So what we're going to do is change this to building height. We're going to do a minimum of 100 feet. And these are more like the size I'm looking at now. Yeah, let's get this one in here. Yeah, like a mid-rise building. We don't want any that are super tall. In fact, this one is just about as high as I want to go. How tall was that one? 237. Let's go to 200 to 250. Yeah, those are kind of going to be the size that we want. There we go. So we have those in there. There's going to be a ton of people coming in. Oh, it should be much more than 30. Actually, a lot of these. When this one is 62, this needs to be more than 30. This one's only 29. I guess that kind of makes sense, but this one we're going to say it is 60. 99, okay. 50 sips, so let's not override that. We'll put that one at 60 as well. Same thing over here. I'm just going to use 60 as like a generic number for over with these buildings. 77, that feels more right. Okay. Alright, so now we've got more people moving in. These are also pretty high level. So we're going to have some abandonment issues with those because like over here, they are mad about the land value. So what we need to do for land value is, let's check this. They are, I mean, we're getting a bit higher in land value, but let's go in and double check services. We have medical. We don't even have cemeteries unlocked yet. That is very, very soon. Any minute now. We have fire, we have police. We don't have an elementary yet. I want to get an elementary school on this side of the track, and then we'll get a couple more on this side. But let's put the elementary over here, I think. Hey, look at that, Boomtown. We have achieved that. We can do an airport area if we want now. I don't know what we'll do for airport in this build yet. So we'll talk about that more later. We can also do bus and tram, which we don't really need those yet. But that is one thing to think about. Next milestone will be at 5,500. So anyway, let's get our school in. And I think we'll just do a very basic elementary school in here. Preferably as condensed as we can get. We've unlocked the high school as well. Put elementary here, and then see if we can get a playground. We can fit a playground here. That is very basic. No grass, they're just playing on cement. Let's fix that. Autosave, coffee time. Okay, so if we take the cement out here and then over here as well, they can get a little bit of a play area, and then we'll fence it all in. Okay, and I'm not as worried about nodes and segments and networks and stuff like that this time around. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. They have this fence in here, I believe. No, that's a different one. They have a prop fence from the vanilla style, so we'll just do a chain link here. And of course, to hide your issues with Surface Painter, just go in and plant some trees. There. So now they have a park. People are going to walk through the fence to get there, but that'll be okay. That is going to also raise the land value even more over here. So let's get another park of some sort over in here. I think what we'll do, I mean, we've already got this, which should be raising some. Oh no, this is a commercial building. That is why we're not getting park benefit for that. Interesting. Okay, so we need to add things that give us park benefit. These planters are going to be able to do that. They have to be roadside, and they take up a lot of space. These ones are smaller, but they add that benefit too. So we're going to put that there, and then we can copy it. Just kind of get them in between the buildings here. And that should be adding some level of park to the area. Okay, let's go back and check our money here. Yeah, our land value is much higher now than it was a minute ago. Parks and plazas, you can see those are counting. That is the important thing here. Let's get a little bit more if we can. Especially right around these really expensive ones, or like high level buildings. The cafes should add something too, I would think. They qualify as a park, I think. Yeah, they have entertainment value. So we get a few of those in. There we go. So that should really be raising our land value. We're at 24, but we also have many more little parks and plazas in there. So that will really help. And then we can add an actual park over here to give them a little bit more green space. We're just going to do a generic city park in there. And then we'll add some trees. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and add trees to all of these trees. Just to add that little green space in here. Okay, so I feel like that really added a little bit more to this. We do have a couple of spots that are abandoned now. Let's take a look at our statistics. Yeah, we've had some issues. Population, that is when places get abandoned. So we're having a little bit of trouble keeping up with that. And we need more employment as well. But I am happy with that. That is looking nice, and we are going to continue expanding out this way. We have the money now for our parking garage, so let's go ahead and get that in while I'm thinking of it. I think we will just do a modern garage. Maybe even like right in here. Yeah, that will work. Power now, we probably don't need that power line. There we go. So that takes that out a little bit. And we can come in here and fill the pavement in here. Which now this road, this is going to end up being a tram, I think. So like we could do this road in here. And there won't be any parking there. Wish we could get a nice transition. Or we could just do this for now. From the Vanilla Plus pack. There's no parking on this road, although I don't know why I need to cut off parking here right now. If we cut off parking when the tram comes in, then we cut off parking. But for now, I really don't mind having the cars parked out there. All of these high-level buildings are closing. This one doesn't seem to have the problem that the other ones do, which is very interesting. And how is land value now? 31. So we are getting quite a bit higher. Let's go ahead and add more jobs. I think we probably can get away with adding more high education jobs. No, not quite. Oh, but we could add a high school. And the high school, see, we can add pedestrian pathway across the rail, although we did not sink the rail, which is going to cause a little bit of trouble when we are trying to cross the rail here. But we are going to see what we can do here. If we go from here to here, that elevated, it should be enough. I mean, technically the wires go across, so let's raise it up just a little bit. Let's go to there. That does not connect right. Also, let's see if there's a nicer bridge. Yeah, I kind of like that, or the European one. Let's do this one. And then I want to go in and we're going to add a node here. That did not work the way I wanted it to. That worked better, but now we lost our pillars. There, so that will go up and over. And when we want to have more, we can just copy that. Although, again, the level here, we're going to have to go up and over in a different way. But let's go ahead and get a little bit over here because I want to get a high school in here. This rail is going to be a tunnel coming out here. So that's one thing that we can keep in mind. That like this node and this one, we're going to sink down to here. And then go out in a tunnel from there. So I think what we'll do is we'll have a road go across here, although it could be a bridge as well. Because I do want to have something right up against here. Although I think what we'll do is we'll give a little space for plazas here. And then this will go up. And I want it to go over. There's not a bridge version of this, apparently. And then we'll just do a nice slope from here to here. So we have to go up and over that. And then they can get over here, and we're going to get the high school in here in just a moment here. This road continues and then curves there. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll get our high school in right here. So we'll put that there, and that should automatically give us high school. And that has water already and power. Excellent. So that should also, see what the coverage of that was. We're going to increase the capacity. We're not the, here's customize that. Education radius, we're going to double that. So it covers a little bit of a larger area. Gives the benefit to a larger area. We have plenty of capacity. Same thing with the elementary school. Just double that radius. That made it smaller, didn't it? There we go. So now that should give us more capacity and more ability to add stuff. Let's get another footbridge over here. This one, though, is going to be a little bit more standard. Although, I wonder, we do this and we go from here up and over and back down. It's not ideal, but it will give us the crossing there. I would rather, I mean, if we had sunk it, we could have had a lot more crossings, but this will have to do. They will be able to get across, and that is all that really matters. Now we can come in over here, and we can go ahead and get more offices in. Let's go back to Growable Rico. And we want office buildings. Could get a couple tall ones over on this side. Close to the train station. Not enough money. Oh, wow. 300,000 to build that. Or, oh, 30. Okay. That's better. This one, I don't know. I mean, so what I'm kind of envisioning is that we're going to have a little bit of a higher, taller thing here. And then we're going to have some taller buildings along the waterfront too, which will also be made into like a park-ish area. But I want a little bit of build-up near the train station. Let's move this down to 150 and see if we get a few more options here, yeah. Problem is they're all pretty ugly. That one's not too bad. Eco office too. Speed this up so we can build it. It does not fit in my space here though. If we want the roads to continue the way they are, it's not going to work there. So put that there, and then we are going to continue this road here. And remember, we're going to sink that highway in a little bit. We'll get a little bit of grid over on this side. How many offices do we have in there? 723 workers can go in that office. So that is going to provide a ton of jobs. But a lot of them are highly educated, and we don't have a ton of highly educated. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem. Highly educated is a college, which we have not unlocked. We don't unlock that until 8,000. So yeah, that one is going to have a lot of trouble. Too few services. That's going to get abandoned pretty quick. Let's change this to building level. Level 1 offices. Let's get one of these in. That one will be able to work and provide plenty of jobs as well. Yeah, that'll work. And then let's go ahead and get some more people over here. Yeah, that's a pretty cool block, I think. And this one will be 69. Yeah, I like that number. You can walk right to work, not very far. Here, I think that's kind of the extent of the tall ones that I want. So then what we'll do is we'll go back and get some of these smaller ones again. And we need some commercial in here as well. We have a lot of demand for commercial. I think here is about where I want to get another road coming out. Although, you know what we'll do is we'll split this, actually. How big is this? 1550 and 31 units. So we want to go about 15. Yeah, that'll work. Just to get a little bit more access in there. We have death care need now. Okay, so we've unlocked a cemetery. I think what I want is the cemetery will be on the outskirts of town. So we don't have, I mean, we have a little bit of ability there. What other options do we have for death care? So we have that. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. We have this one, and then we can have not very many here. Steam workshop. We have realistic working cemetery. That one is probably the one I want to use. Or a little crematorium. But that, we haven't really unlocked crematoriums yet, so I don't want to quite cheat that way. Maybe that goes up on the hill. Yeah, let's put the cemetery up on the hill. Bring the road up. And this can be something that has a... Well, actually, there's a big hill there. I was going to say it can have a direct access from the main road, but can't quite do that. As far as slope, we don't want to go more... I'm looking at this here. This is the Measure It mod. I don't want to go much more than 10%. I'm going to bring this up here like that. And see if I can get a nice curve. There, we make it up the hill. And then we could bring this in that way, and we can flatten the... Well, no, actually, let's just go in. We should be able to get one of these right in here. And what we'll do is we'll change this to a dirt road in the cemetery. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And that can be right at the top here. So it needs power and water. We'll go ahead and bring this out here, and then we'll bring the pipe under this road. And then for now, we'll bring a rural power line. Like that. Okay, so we have death care now. That is figured out. Let's check on our unemployment. 29%. So I gotta stop adding people, even though I want to continually do that. This got abandoned already. How many realistic, or how many educated people did it need? 3, yeah, we gotta step away from offices for a little bit. We'll get another one of these, and then... How is our water supply doing? Water and sewage is really good, so we're not gonna have to add very much of that. Very much more of that. Let's go ahead and we'll find this through here. Get another brick warehouse. Or old factory. Sure, like that. All these people working out here. Okay. The other thing is we can get an industry in, but that will require them to drive. I'm not quite ready for that, but let's look to see what we have. This land is owned by Scum. Yeah, so they can't buy that. But the dirty industry we could buy right here. Yep. So there, we're going to get oil right in here. Nice. Okay. This is going to be Barlow Industrial Estate. I think I'm fine with that. But we haven't unlocked oil yet, so we can't do that yet. Okay. Let's go. We'll go back here, and then we'll find another spot. We could get a farm over here, where we could get logging right by Robert Wells. I bet he would love that. Let's do that. Right in here, we're going to have logging. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and right off of this road, should have the industrial road available now. Yep, here it is. Bring a road in here. And this is going to be the headquarters for the logging industry. So I'm using the Industries DLC for this, by the way. We'll go in here, and now we have Amity Wood Production. And that has at level 1. We can do a sawmill, a small log farm, and some plantations. And yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and switch to dirt roads. And in fact, we'll use the narrow dirt road for them. Just bring this right up into the hill. It's going to cut off Wells' power for a minute. We'll get these right across here. 4 of those, and then we're going to bring the power. It's going to just come down here now. And we can bring power right along. There we go. Okay, so now we can unpause again. They should have power. This should be operational. They're going to need water. We have a water pipe here already, pretty much, so we can do that. And then we'll get a small log yard in here. And a sawmill. And then we'll get a warehouse as well for the finished product. Okay, so that used up all of our money. But we can come in here now, and this, we want to open our resource manager. And we're going to enable restrictions on buying. They are going to only buy from here. So only things that we produce are going to be there. And they are only going to sell within the district as well. Which means that is not, okay, it does allow export. So that would be fine. It's not going to sell to other log districts. Maybe we don't want that. Yeah, you know what? Let's take off the restriction on selling. We want this to be filled. So that's not going to give anything to our sawmill until it is ready. But here we are only going to buy from our district. Can sell to anybody. No importing. And then our warehouse. Actually, the warehouse can be fine. We want it to be empty. But we want to store, should be planed timber from that sawmill. Planed timber. It is only going to import from the district. But it can sell to anybody. So now that should all be working. Anybody who lives here and works there is going to have to drive to get there, which is unfortunate, but that is the nature of our conglomerate corporation. They don't really care. They just want to be making money. Look at that. We are now delivering here. We did have a little bit import before I finished that. But hopefully that is all the importing that we're doing. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Gonna produce that. It's not going to sell to the sawmill until it gets to about 80% full. Man, here comes more imports. No, you shouldn't be importing. Do not allow imports. There we go. No more imports. Stop it. Okay, but we're gonna start selling to the sawmill here in a minute. And then we should be really... We should be in pretty good shape with a whole bunch of stuff. Should also not have the vanilla trees here. Although we need the vanilla trees. I just wish they would disappear. Oh, because we had proprietary anarchy on when we built them. So we're going to come in here and we're going to select all of the buildings and then reset the objects with proprietary anarchy turned off. So now it has the resource underneath, but it is only showing the ones that we want here. We do want to come in here and we want Norfolk. All right. There. That looks good. So if I've already released it, then the next video in the series is on the screen now. And if not, I've hand selected the video I think you'll enjoy, so be sure to click on it and keep watching my builds. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.